For more, we're joined now by Michigan State Representative Samantha Steckloff. She's a Jewish member of the State House who's been a prominent voice in the fight against anti-Semitism. And also joining us is our own Batya Ungar-Sargon, host of Batya right here on NewsNation. Samantha, I'd like to start with you. You are a member of Temple Israel. Your reaction to what happened today, and what have you heard from other members of this congregation?
I was actually on the floor of the Michigan House of Representatives when I got word. We have two Jewish members in the House of Representatives, and both of us are members of Temple Israel. Temple Israel is the largest Reform synagogue in America. So I frantically and quickly ran off the floor to get home to be with my community. You know, as you just pointed out, the ADL has said that the rise in anti-Semitism is at an all-time high. We're talking about what's going on around the world, and when millions, if not billions of people are blaming Jews for the war in Middle East, you know, something like this, unfortunately, was bound to happen. And I can't believe it happened at my home.
You know, there were 140 kids, little kids, inside that synagogue when this happened. I cannot even begin to imagine how frantic all those kids' parents were.
The first thing I thought about was the children. I know that during the days, this is where our preschool is. 140 kids. We had teachers, security guards. I am so grateful for law enforcement, for the securities team at Temple Israel, and for the teachers. The teachers right away went into action, sprung into action. We're making sure that their children were safe, and they did an absolutely incredible job, and our teachers are truly heroes today.
Yeah. Batya, I just talked about the statistics. It is... Of the nearly 11,000 reported hate crime incidents in the United States over the past year, 13% were against Jewish citizens, who only make up 2% of the population.
Yeah, obviously, it was such a horrific day, and I'm so grateful to the security guards who were unbelievable. These 30 cops who are in jail, in the hospital for smoke inhalation, just shows you how precious American Jews are to the communities that they live in. And of course, so grateful to God that those children are all alive. He seems to really be working overtime with the bombs in this car that didn't go off, the IEDs in New York that didn't go off. It's truly incredible. I do have to say, I don't think that this is a symptom of rising anti-Semitism. You had the guy in Austin wearing that shirt, Property of Allah, who shot up a bunch of people. You had the ISIS supporting convicted guy from Virginia today. You had the episode in New York, and now this. These are the enemies of the United States, and the enemies of America are also the enemies of the Jews. What we have now is a rising wave of Islamist violence that is against America and everything this country stands for, and also against Jews, because when you are against America, you are against Jews, and to be anti-Semitic is to be anti-American. Americans are so deeply embedded in the fabric of this country. And so to me, this is really about who we stand with and understanding that when you say that there's a rising number of anti-Semitic incidents that the ADL is counting, it's because people are reporting more, just as much as it is because there are more episodes, because in the wake of October 7th, people have gotten hypervigilant, which is a good thing. But I have to say, this is the least anti-Semitic country that this planet has ever seen, and I believe that it remains so.
Samantha, do you agree with that?
You know, this is a very difficult topic, especially in Metro Detroit. We have a thriving Jewish population here, but we're really a melting pot. You know, I have many friends from all over the world that live here in Detroit, Michigan. And when there's only 15 million Jews in the entire world, I mean, how many times have you met someone and they've said to you, oh, you're the first Jewish person I've actually met? And when you only have 15 million of us, it's very hard to kind of combat that rhetoric. I remember years ago when Kanye West, now Ye, put out a statement on his social media, and he had 32 million followers. I mean, you're now looking at double the entire Jewish population. And so we need to work together to stop those flames. But absolutely, what's been happening around the world definitely has a devastating effect, not only in Michigan, but severe consequences to the Jewish community.
Yeah, and we don't know. Batya makes a good point. We don't know yet. Although it's very, I mean, why else would you go to the largest synagogue, Reform synagogue in America, named Temple Israel? I mean, it screams anti-Semitic, at least anti-Semitism being part of the reason why it was targeted. Maybe it was ISIS inspired, maybe it was anti-Semitic inspired, maybe it was anti-war in Iran inspired. Who knows? We don't know yet. It just happened literally hours ago. But it's undeniable that there has been a rise in the number of people who feel empowered for some reason to say anti-Semitic things. We have many people, whether it's Nick Fuentes or Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson, saying things that many believe are deeply anti-Semitic. Samantha, you first, and then Batya.
You're 100% correct. The rhetoric, the flames are at an all-time high. You know, for me, I almost want to believe that it was an anti-Semitic attack and not a sleeper cell that's coming. And that's just for the safety of all Americans. But you make some very good points that this is the largest Reform synagogue. It is called Temple Israel. And we don't know much about the person. We're still waiting on a lot of facts. I just left the Jewish Community Center where the FBI, the local law enforcement were there giving updates. And right now we don't really have enough information, but it is the largest synagogue in America. They were trying to make a point.
Batya, 10 seconds, you get the last word.
You know, the whole point of being an American is you're allowed to have dumb opinions, and we don't then blame you for violent actions by other people. So I think that this is part of this violent wave and is really independent of how Americans feel about the Jews.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.